I just received a crazy download, and everything going on right now is all connected. Not just connected, it is all part of itself. The auroras, everything happening in the sky, the Schumann frequency, it's all connected, and all spirituality is radioactive. And when we talk about radioactive, even things like nukes, they're not just spiritual, but they're actually demonic, and I'll prove it in a second. And trust me, you will not be able to deny what I'm saying. It all has to do with the black cube. These black cubes were seen all over New Jersey, all over the United States, and where they were picking up radioactivity. But you don't know how deep the black cube goes. The black cube was actually made to make the first nuke. But many of the things we're seeing in the sky right now are black cubes. And I've been seeing videos of these things in the sky for years. But of course now with the portal it's at an all-time high. So let me start right here. While all this stuff is going on right now, the FFA weather camera has all these black cubes in the sky. And in this video, I don't know who it belongs to, you can see them moving around right on the live camera. These are individual stills taken with all these black cubes showing up in the sky. Gets so much crazier. Do you remember how something extremely weird happened April 8th? Well, this other girl has been literally documenting watching black cubes come out of the sun. I'll give you all a second to let that digest. Black cubes coming out of the sun, being seen everywhere in the skies. She has quite literally documented and showed swarms of these cubes coming out of the sun. Y'all, this is insane. But if you understand the significance of the black cube, then maybe you'll understand what's going on. So, Saturn is known for its black cube on its North Pole. We're about to talk about a different North Pole in a minute, one opposite of this. But this storm shows a black cube, it's a 3D cube. Also a 6-pointed star and a 6-faced cube. I know this looks familiar, right? And they go around and around and around. Also in the UN meditation room, a black cube. Again, the black cube. And in just a little bit, I'm going to show you something else ridiculous about the black cube in quantum physics. And again, it's evil nature. So the black cube, the 6-sided cube, or the 6-pointed star has to do with Saturn. Saturn is Lucifer, or the prince of the power of the air, where everything goes on. The internet, the phones, these things. Interesting. Now, back to the cubes being radioactive and being demonic. In 1945, the race to the first nuke, the opposing team of us in the US were using a black cube to try to bring forth nuclear power. If that's not enough for you, wait till the last part.
Never got this to a chain reaction. We had 664 of these cubes on it.
Never got it to a reaction at 664. Suppose they were 2 off, 6-sided cube, 6-sided star, 666 cubes for a chain reaction. This, by the way, is Trey Smith with God in a Nutshell Project. Great channel. Now, if that's not proof enough, you're lost. So back to Saturn's North Pole and our North Pole. This aurora shows radioactivity, just like the Schumann frequency shows the radioactivity. Just like all the spiritual phenomena in the air show radioactivity. That can literally be measured. Remember how I said all spiritual things were radioactive? Ezekiel says, and I looked and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud of fire enfolding on itself, and its brightness was about it, and out about the midst thereof was the color of amber, out the midst of fire. He's looking at an aurora, which I believe is God's actual energy. Not convinced? Let's go further. And above the firmament that was over their head was the likeness of a throne, the appearance of a sapphire stone, a likeness of the stone that there was the likeness, appearance of a man above it. And I saw as the color of amber, and the appearance of fire around within, or as it were, appearance of fire, and had a brightness around about. Nope, we're not done. Let's see what Isaiah says about the home of God in Isaiah 14. How thou art fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, didst thou weaken the nations. For thou hast said in your heart, saying, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, in the side of the north. Wow, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. And the north, Rupus Nigra. So the north pole of any toroidal field of energy seems to be a really big deal. And back to the black cube. It has to be the highest level inversion of God. This is one of the strongest quantum computers, D-Wave. Many people speculate that demons actually speak out of it. So my conclusion, it's obvious that there's a huge influx of spiritual energy, which also happens to be radioactivity. And that by all the things we look at, aurora, Schumann frequency, things in the air, that there is a giant finale coming, which will be the God of the Bible versus the God of the black cube. What side are you on? Let me know.